Talking about Alexander Pantoja and bantamweight coincidentally, Sean O'Malley has stirred up the pot, which I fail to understand why, because he's not going to come down to, to the flyweight division to fight, but he's released certain controversial footage, and I have no idea why he's beefing with Pantoja at this point of time. So, do you have any context about this?
Well, actually, it wasn't actually Sean who started it because Pantoja was asked in an interview if he would like to move up a weight class. So he said he would love to do that, and he says it's on his mind. And he also said that he also ended up saying that he had a sparring session with Sean where he actually beat Sean in that sparring session. So now the thing is that okay, obviously he says Sean also has the footage for that. Now the footage that Sean
Yeah,
has released, there's not much in it. Like he keeps saying that he's not going to show the
yeah.
finishing sequence. So Sean is claiming that he finished Pantoja by a body shot, and he released an image where he was Pantoja was holding his liver maybe and kneeling down, but that does not tell the whole story though, right? And I read somewhere on one of his posts a comment by Pantoja's coach where he said that Pantoja had actually he had been flying and he wasn't well rested at all, and he straight away, and he was there only there in the gym to watch the guys fight, but he ended up padding up for a sparring session, so he was not even 100%. But then why talk about it in the first place if it really was the case?
I see.
So it's like so he did like put up another video where he was able to take Pantoja down, but it really looked
Mhm.
like Pantoja was not, I don't know, man. Pantoja just didn't look like himself, man. He just looked very weak, slow, and didn't even try to like really defend the takedown. So there's not much in it, if I'm being very honest. Yeah.
That's the thing, don't you think? Because we just spoke about it.
Hmm.
Bantamweight is one of those divisions where you have a lot of huge guys.
Hmm.
I, I don't think, man, that Pantoja can, as much as I like him and I respect him, I don't think Pantoja can really make a dent in the bantamweight division
Hmm.
because given the size of the fighters in
Yeah,
that
I
division.
agree, man. I agree. But yeah,
So,
it's a good beef that's going on. I think maybe if Sean does end up beating Merab, they could make that fight. But then again, he's not a huge draw, Pantoja. He's not a big draw. So, but yeah, like we do have an exciting fight coming up for Sean, like which pretty much got announced, not announced officially by the UFC. I mean, Merab claimed on the MMA India, on UFC India show that he's going to fight Sean soon, but then Sean came out and said that it's not confirmed by the UFC yet. So it's like we don't know what's going to happen, but we can tell that that is probably the next fight that the UFC has on their mind. So what do you think about the matchup, bro?
Merab versus Sean,
Yeah.
and I am going to enjoy every second of that fight because
Mm-hmm.
you have someone in Merab who is just going to be relentless, put in the pressure, get in the takedowns, and someone like Sean who just wants to snipe from distance. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm really going to enjoy that fight, whichever way it goes, because I feel both guys have kind of proven their mettle in the division.
Yeah.
So I feel, irrespective of who wins this fight, the fans are going to win
Mm-hmm.
as a collective, right? But if you ask me for a prediction, I would favor Mirab in this fight because Mirab has a good cardio, far better wrestler than Sean. I mean, Sean is not even a
Well,
wrestler. Sean
yeah.
has what, a
Hmm.
purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Does
apparently
and then you
really
could also
good.
see.
Apparently he's a really good grappler. Like based on what I've seen, from other fighters, and he's been in
Mhm.
grappling tournaments before, and I've seen him grapple before. So he does look really good, man. Like so he might be able to surprise a lot of people, but you never know.
I mean, why not? Why not?
He
I'm
did
I'm
get
all
taken down.
game for that.
He did get taken down and controlled by Piotr Jan though. So
Yeah. That has to count for something, man. Because Jan is,
If Jan could do that to him,
yeah,
and Merab can
that's
definitely do
true.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
And also, yeah, I mean, just going by the looks of it, Sean is a big lanky dude. He's a good striker. I get it. He can generate good power. But then Mirab is that short, stocky dude, good center of gravity, and he can get in really good takedowns.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not going to say that Mirab is going to impose himself on Sean. That would be a push because you'll have trouble in figuring out the range of Sean and his counter striking, which he's
True,
very good
true,
at.
true, true.
Like
That's what I
that's how
was
he
going
got out
to.
Aldo as well. So it just makes a very fun fight, man. It just makes a
I
very
agree. So
back versus white kind of a fight. It could go either way.
yeah, yeah. So
But
I'm a
what are your predictions? How do you think the fight unfolds?
I'm a bit confused, man. Like, I just can't make up my mind. Like, it's like, yes, the easiest answer is to go with Merab. Like, we have seen him do like very bad things to humiliating things to Piotr and Jose Aldo. Like, I know he didn't he did not secure a takedown against Aldo, but then Aldo had no answer for what Merab was doing. Like,
Yeah.
and I can completely see that same scenario against Sean O'Malley. So it's just that every time I think about this fight, I just feel like Sean might end up catching him, man, while he's coming in, because Henry Cejudo caught him. A lot of fighters did catch him. Like Piotr Jan also caught him momentarily in the fight, and again,
Mhm.
Marlon Moraes almost finished him. So there's a lot of fighters that have had success against Merab in the stand-up. I just think Sean is the best striker, the best sniper that Merab has ever fought. He's going to fight. I mean, so it's an interesting fight. I don't know why, man. I'll just pick Sean. I'll pick Sean to win by a KO, man. I just don't see Mirab closing distance that easily.
You know the fact that
Also, what Sean did to
Merab,
I'll just cut you off for a second. What Aljo did to Sean, like we all thought Aljo would do to Sean what he did to Piotr, right? And
yeah,
that did not happen. The moment he lunged in, the lights were off,
yeah.
man. So yeah.
Coincidence. I was about to get to that only.
Hmm.
But I had a different view to it. It could obviously count for something because Merab and Aljo are best friends. Aljo has moved up. They've trained a lot together.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that experience that Aljo has in the octagon has to count for something,
True.
right? I'm very sure that Merab is going to get in very valuable inputs from Aljo. But, I mean, on their day, anyone could really take it.
True.
It's
True.
it's
True.
that good of a fight. Let's be very real.
Yeah.
And of course, talking about bantamweight, let's also move on to the new fight that's finally been announced. Cory Sandhagen, Umar Nurmagomedov. क्या लगता है?
मैन भाई पहले तो मैं बोलूँगा भाई बैंtamweight कितनी क्रेजी चल रही है भाई कितने बढ़िया बढ़िया होजे आल्डो जस्ट वन होजे आल्डो केम बैक एंड इवन ही लुक्ड बेटर देन एवर नाउ you've got Mirab versus Sean Pantoja talking about moving up it's crazy bantamweight I mean now you have Umar versus Cory bro I genuinely I just I just think this is the best fight in the division, man. Like this is the most exciting fight. When you think about all of the things, all of their skills, like I think these two guys are arguably the most complete fighters in the division when you think about it. Like Umar's striking is very underrated. I don't think people realize it. People think he's from Dagestan, so he's a grappling heavy guy. No, he's not. Like just watch
Bulgaria
his
evolved a lot over
yeah,
time.
bro. Watch his
I
last
mean,
two to
look
three
at his
fights.
last.
He's
Yeah.
probably the best kicker in the division, man. Like he's arguably the best kicker in the division. So he's right up there with Jonathan Martinez and Jose Aldo. So he's got insane kicks, insane knees, very good striking, very fast, lightning quick, and it's just I just think his grappling is going to be too much for Cory. I think I think Umar is going to mix it up just enough, just about enough to make it really hard for Cory. I understand. Cory is a complete fighter himself. I also think that Cory is arguably the hardest fight for Umar in the division. Cory is ranked number 2 in the division. If Umar beats him, he'll be number 2, and we could see him fight for the title next. You never know.
That's that's true. And that could be bad news for Sean O'Malley potentially. But I think
Absolutely.
I'm excited for this fight also because again, Umar has good striking. Cory prefers to strike,
Yep.
so you could probably see a fighter come out of Dagestan who's obviously a good wrestler, proven wrestler, but also a great striker. So I mean, why not? I think I would like to see a Dagestani fighter also
Hmm.
get extremely good at fighting and win on their feet. And if he does it to Cory, bro, just imagine that's just an amazing thing in itself. And then he moves
Absolutely.
on to the Sean fight, and I'm very excited for that fight if he beats Cory on the feet.
True. True. True.
So, so very excited for this man. But it's been great catching up. And if you guys haven't followed us on Instagram, make sure to follow us on Broadcast. We're uploading MMA news every day, videos, tweets, everything. Do also follow us on our Instagram handles, and you'll be able to see them after the video ends as well. And it's been great catching up, man.
It's been
Let's
awesome.
do this again after the fight week next week, after the fight night next week.